So the last welcome to Walmart that I had for today blew itself up. No idea what happened there. I saved the file, I had everything. Yeah, kapoosh. You should come sit over here and add commentary. And be commentarious. Stop getting distracted by the hotness outside that I'm pretending is Craig Mabbitt. Because his dingo's going to eat my babies, and it's going to be delicious. But yeah, anyways. So I don't know what happened there. So I'm recording a new one. Yay! And it's okay because I worked yesterday and now I have a whole new set of gripes. Awesome! We're going to take a little trip, I like to call, to Register 18! Yay! In our store, I don't know, some of you have been there, like Ryan and Elena and Julie, obviously, but Register 18 is the tobacco aisle! Yay! So yeah, anyways, Register 18. Fun times. It's really not that bad until you get a douchebag that comes through your aisle. Of course. Okay, so first of all, it's the tobacco bullpen, which means, like, there's the register, like it normally would be, but behind the register, there's where all the tobacco is, and, like, there's a wall behind it, and you can't get through. I don't know how many times people, like, move that little metal gate thing that's next to my bag area and try to walk through, and I'm like, you can't come back. You see all the cigarettes clearly. I mean, obviously we're not going to let you walk through the cigarettes. Why would you think that there's an exit there? You walk around in front of the registers and you see, like, Register 18 and that there's no exit behind my ass. Are you just retarded? I mean, I know that's probably a yes, but just asking. You can't get through behind me. Stop trying. Okay? Okay. When you come up to the register, there are these signs that say, you know, for tobacco, and then there's one for tobacco and alcohol for sales saying that, you know, we card anybody who looks to be legally of age or who is under the age of 40. Answer your text, Julie. I had some lady, I swear to God, came in yesterday. I rung up her beer and I was like, I need to see his ID. You know, pointing to the youngster she had with her, and she's like, well, he's 18, he's my son. And I'm like, I understand that, ma'am, but he's looks to be legally of age, and therefore I have to ID him. Well, if I had my little kids with me, would I have to, you know, have an ID for them? And I'm like, no, but anybody who is around the age where somebody else would be buying alcohol for them, we have to ID. It's state law. And she threw this big whole hissy fit, and so I paged the CSM over, and I asked the CSM what I should do, and I meant about the customer. But I wasn't going to say that in front of the customer, because I'm not a fucking idiot. But the CSM goes, oh, well, it's your call, and walks away. Walks away! I was like, what? She's like, and then later when, you know, so, I'll get to that in a minute, but I did the sale, and I got the lady out of my line, and she was being a bitch, and I wasn't nice to her the rest of the transaction. I said, you know, fuck it. If you're going to be in my face, I'm not going to be nice to you. Bye-bye, Julie. She's off to Peeland. Oh, she looked like she was off to Peeland. So, I went on my break, and I found a manager, and I was like, listen, this is what went down, and I feel like I should have had a little bit more support there. But I didn't have any support. So, yeah. She's like, oh, well, I'll talk to her. And then the next thing I know, I come back from my break, and I'm pulled into the, like, office area up front where they do the cash. And there's the CSM, and I'm like, okay, this is going to be super awkward. And they're both, like, being really nice, and it's really awkward. And she's like, well, I didn't know you wanted my help. And I'm like, well, the woman was clearly distraught. And she goes, oh, yeah, well, I could see that. And I'm like, what did you fucking say? 98% of the time, if an adult is upset about being ID'd, they're gonna throw a hissy fit. She's been there long enough to know that. But I was like, oh, well, you know, kind of shrugged it off my shoulders and left the room because I didn't want to deal with that bullshit. So, yeah. Anyways, if you look like you're under 40 or around 40, just have a fucking ID. If you have kids or, you know, teenagers and it looks like you are trying to buy something for them, we are going to ID them. It's our way of foolproofing it. If they're around the age of 18 and they don't have an ID, I can't sell it to you. I am sorry. Number one, it's state law. Number two, I'm not risking my job and potentially fines and jail time because you couldn't have your son go to electronics for 10 minutes while you cashed out. Alright? Knock this shit off. Pull the stick out of your ass. And drink a beer when you get home. Other thing about the bullpen is cigarettes and tobacco. I don't smoke. Alright? Everybody who smokes calls everything fucking differently. The box labels are not the same as they used to be, but people still can't get this through their skulls. They go, oh, I want light, or, mediums, or whatever. They don't say that anymore. Now they're red labels, and 100s, and whatever. And I don't smoke. Don't get mad at me when I don't know what you're looking for. I ask you for a box color. I know the brand. Now I need a box color so I can head in the right direction. But you're like, no, to the left. No, hot, cold. Marco. Polo's dead. There is no Polo in the tobacco bullpen. He doesn't exist. Just a customer screaming at me because I don't smoke. And here's another thing about people who smoke and then come through my line. Everybody says box when they mean carton. So, like, instead of one pack of cigarettes, they mean, like, the whole carton. And then they say carton when they mean one box. Can you just, have a fucking committee and decide on what you're going to call it and let me know? Because you guys get upset every time. I know what hard pack and soft pack is. That I get. But you always interchange box and carton, and it really pisses me off. Because then you get mad at me, and I'm like, I don't smoke. And you guys say everything different, so what's the point? And then they get mad because they're like, well, why does somebody who doesn't smoke work on this register? Because I'm fucking fast, and I'm good with the customers. Why should it matter? They can't not put me on that register because I don't smoke. That's discrimination. And if they tried to do that, I'd have OSHA all up in their ass. Everywhere. And if I say I don't have something, okay, what you see on the shelf, what we have, I will gladly check for you, but don't ask me if we have something when you've been looking at it for 5 minutes while you're waiting in line. Let's not be a Riri and get our acts together. And if for some reason we haven't been getting a lot of, chewing tobacco in lately, I don't know why. And then the same people come through my mind and go, can I have this? And I'm like, we don't have it. We don't have it. I sound like a broken record. I should just, get an easy button and change it to, we don't have it. That wasn't easy because you're an idiot. Another issue we had yesterday with the tobacco bullpen. This is for registers in general. People who don't know how to swipe their debit cards. When I say swipe it faster, I don't mean 2 milliseconds faster than what you did before. I mean faster, slide it down the machine as though somebody was attacking you and you were trying to swipe a sword at them or something.
Fast as a Mexican running for the border.
Yeah, exactly. Just get your shit together. Oh, I'm gonna, it didn't take my card. Yeah, if you have a debit card and you get that screen that says please select the payment type, it didn't take your card. I don't know how many times a day I say this. They're like, what's this screen? I'm like, I told you this yesterday when you came in because you're a fucking retard and can't remember. I'll tell you again. And don't get mad, if I try to, if you're sitting there clearly getting upset and I want to help you out, and I ask to see your card and then I try to turn the machine, don't friggin' yank the machine around and rip the card out of my hand, because the next time you do that, I'm gonna call CSM over, because looks like you're trying to attack me, and I don't need that. I don't get paid the big bucks. So there. I don't mind working register 18. I actually kind of like it because there's plenty for me to do. I don't like cigarettes and I don't like the smell of them, but stocking them keeps me busy. And I can talk to the CSMs and bug the crap out of them because sometimes there are nice ones like Scooter and David and Vicky, and they are friendly and stuff. And Julie's choking on her donut, which is dusted in Radkey dried semen. The end.